Hello, everybody. And it's Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock. So that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I'm your host from Crate Insider, and I'm Kate Dillon. And I'm sorry I was not here last week. I was just absolutely just busy putting my head down, getting a whole lot of work done for sure. So I apologize for missing out last week. But this week we've got a great show. I've got some great products to show you. I have a couple of new products. And of course, we'll be talking about the top 5 products of the week. So before we get to that, though, I want to talk to you about what I'm giving away. And the first thing I'm giving away is right here. I happen to have a Crate Insider t-shirt. This is our previous style, our OG style right here. And this one happens to be a 4X. So 4X. And I'm going to do this with the comments. And if you want a 4X t-shirt, drop into the comments and put in 4X that you would want to be entered in that drawing. At the end of the show or towards the end, we'll do a random number generator drawing to figure out who wins. The second item that I have to give away today is from our friends over at ProShocks here. And it's a hat. So here we go. So our ProShocks hat, pretty cool. I like how it's got this yellow trim around the bill right there. And in order to win the hat, all you need to do, my sign. I need to move my sign here because you can't quite see it because my head's in the way. There we go. So yeah, okay. All right. Well, it's not exactly perfect, but all right. You can see what the sign says this week. If you know what my sign said 2 weeks ago, drop that in as a comment and you'll get a chance to win the ProShocks hat. Now, this is where I'm really excited. I'm going to see who is all here and have any comments. I see Lucas is here and Jennifer and Scott. He says, hi from California. I saw the weather storm track heading for Western North Carolina. I hope you're okay. Yeah, we're fine. I just got back to the office actually, and it's been fine all day. And then I got to the car and there were like 3 raindrops. I got hit by 3 raindrops. That's my life. That's about as far as the only thing we're going to get here is rain, but we get rain here all the time. And it's really not a big surprise. So hopefully it's not a giant storm, but we'll, of course, see what happens there. And I see another Jennifer is here. So thank you all for being here. And let's talk about our new products this week. You might have noticed my hooker harness shirt. This is so fun to wear out into the world, that outside of the racing world, because people don't really know what to think about my hooker harness shirt. I think it's pretty funny. Yeah, I just do. I think it's hilarious. Just the looks that you get for wearing a hooker shirt. All right, so the first thing, you may not know what this is, but I'm going to explain it. This is for your power steering rack. And where that little rubber piece that tends to wear out goes, instead, we've got this power steering boot rack cover from Hooker, and it's just so well made. I mean, I actually sew some for fun, and I can tell, it's the quality here. This is like a heavy duty type of a canvas. I believe it's probably waterproof because it's really, really thick and strong here, and it's all double reinforced. It's really nice. So $20, a great way to protect your steering rack. And as long as you're protecting things, well, and also if you want to hide your secrets, there's so much secrets in shocks these days. I now have these hooker harness shock covers. So this one right here has this heavy duty Velcro. That's probably 1.5 inch, 2-inch Velcro here. You can, sorry for your ears if you're on earbuds, but you can see we've got Velcro all the way down here. And then we've got elastic at the top, and then it's this waterproof type of a canvas, and printed right there with your hooker harness. So obviously there's a number of reasons why it's good for your shocks. Number one, you can hide what you're doing so people don't know, but also keeping dirt out. Obviously that's a big thing, is keeping dirt and debris and all of that. The shocks are such an important piece of your car, and these also run $20 a piece. And I just got a shipment of them, so we'll be good to go, and you can order them up on our website. So with that, I'm gonna say, if there's, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop in any of your questions into the comment section, and I am always happy to answer any questions that you might have if I can answer them. We also have another show, of course, on Sundays that I do with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines, and being an engine builder and with so much experience, he can really help out with a ton of questions. A lot more laid back of a show. We sit around around for an hour and pretty much drink beer and answer tech questions and talk about current events. So if you've missed our show, you can check it out either on the Crate Insider Facebook page or YouTube channel. And you can also find it as a podcast. Just look up Racing Insiders Podcast or CrateInsider.com, and you can find the podcast version of that show. All right. So I see some other folks are here. I see Jerry's here, and David and Tony and Charles and John and Ted. So thank you all so much for being here. And let's go ahead and jump into our top 5 products this week. So our first product, I decided to not drag it into my office. Anything that's big, it's just easier just to do a little screen share. So here we go. In the number 5 spot this week is from our friends at ProFab. And, by popular demand, I really didn't think I was going to get any more of these this year, but they were able to squeeze in an order for me, and I have a set of the 602 dirt late model mild steel headers. So if you want the quality and you want the really fantastic performance of a ProFab header, but you don't want to spend, either you don't want to spend, the amount for stainless, or if, you could be in a series with a lot of these 602 dirt late models where you can't run stainless. So having the mild steel is a fantastic option. And this whole set is all the way from your flange to your collector and to the mufflers. It comes with the mufflers. I do it as a whole kit, and that runs $1124.99. And I do have them in stock, ready to ship out right away. All right, next up in the number 4 spot this week is from our friends at Winners Performance, and that is our Falcon roller slide transmission. Now, when I order these, I ordered as a 10 spline, and I have it all rim polished on the inside, so you can have it. This is as tricked out can be. It's the most popular of the transmissions out there for crate, for guys running crates. And so that whole transmission runs $22.49. I do have that again on the shelf, and we can ship that right to your door, making it easy. And I've really tried to focus this year, you guys, on buying, make sure I'm stocking up on things that have been more difficult to get, things with long lead times. And that's been, it's been a challenging year. I think many of you know that. I mean, just go to your grocery store and you'll see it's been challenging getting stuff. But when it comes to race car parts, I'm doing my darn best to try to be prepared and get us everything that you and I need out there. All right, next up in the number 3 spot, I have this one in hand, and this is Grip Bite Blue. I know I'm being controversial. This is a tire prep, and it's an outside tire prep. But one of the purposes of this is to put life back into tires that are a little bit tired, and to be able to put that new life back in. Is it a performance enhancer? Absolutely, it is. But at the same time, for tires that are wearing out, I know that there have been some areas of the country where tires have been, it's been hard everywhere to get tires this year for racing. And some areas of the country have adapted by allowing some of the tire preps in order to be able to prolong the life of tires in one way, shape, or form. So the Grip Bite Blue is really great at that. It just really puts that life back into a tire. And yes, it's going to help the performance. So if it's not legal for where you're racing, please don't buy it. I'm not trying to help anybody cheat. That's not really what I'm trying to do. That is absolutely not what I'm trying to do here. But if you are in a situation where it's not an issue, this is a really good product. It's non-toxic. It's biodegradable. You don't have to worry about like, oh my gosh, we're going to need super ventilation or anything like that. I mean, like when I open this up, this might have it's got a little foil label on it. Sometimes these just are sometimes these labels are really weak. Oh no, these are pretty strong here today. Otherwise, I know I could smell this. I could put it on my hands. And it wouldn't, it's just a non-issue. It's not a harsh chemical, but it will do wonders for bringing life back to your tires. A lot of times I like to compare it to like a leather conditioner. So if you've got an old leather seat that is, maybe dry and cracked, and then you use a leather conditioner on it, and it just makes it soft and supple and just creamy, wonderful, buttery leather. Well, that's kind of what this does to tires. So Grip Bite Blue, and it runs, let's see what it runs, $103.91 for a big container like this. And like for a dirt late model tire, You probably use, well, I don't necessarily know the ounces, but you just do one coat. One coat only is all you need, and it will do a great job with bringing life back to your tires. And I'm going to see if there's any questions over here. And let's see. Nope, no questions so far. So again, if you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in, and we'll go from there. All right, next on the number 2 spot this week is, oh my goodness, I'm pretty excited to show this one, is our AFCO 80185. This is our lightweight radiator for dirt late models. This is the 19 by 27.5. Again, radiators have been another product that has not been the easiest to get this year. And so I'm really excited that I've gotten a shipment of these 19 by 27.5 inch radiators. Now, one thing that we do with those is I only order them in the 1.5 standard inlet. And the reason why is because with well, number one, it's just more universal. So this is the universal fitting. And then in order to adapt it to whatever kind of radiator hose you want to run, then we can look at our AFCO. Let me take a look here, and I'm just going to show you what they are. Let me find, where's AFCO? I should be able to click on AFCO somewhere. There we go. And we can use a fitting, like there we go. There's one right there. So this is the radiator inlet adapter, and this is going to be a -20 AN, which is what those are, to a 20 AN. And you can use that right on that radiator. So it's going to be, whether you want a -20 or a -16, whatever your radiator hose is what you're going to go with. And so I have all 3 of those in stock as well. So this is going to be like, there's what we say -20, that's the inlet that's going into a -16, or here's to the 1.5 inch. And you can use any one of those to be able to adapt it to your particular radiator hose and like your thermo spacer, water outlet, all of that. Whatever size hose you're using, you can use that. So that's why it was kind of one of those tips that I got from Ben Baker from AFCO, because we have machine fittings and you're mixing them with AN fittings, and sometimes that can be an issue. But by using these fittings here in between both the radiator and the rest of your system, it's really a better way. And I mean, I guess those adapters are like $30, but it's worth it so that you don't end up with having one of your AN fittings getting stuck in the radiator, and that can have issues, lots of issues there. So we don't want issues at all. So that's why I get those with the universal inlet, and that runs $299 for the radiator. And again, have it in stock, because if I don't have it in stock, we're not talking about it on the show. That's my rule. It's just my new rule, because I hate back orders. All right, before I get to the top spot, I'm going to see if there's any other questions or anything. Let's see. Oh, Shane says, hey, Kate, hope to see you next Tuesday, bringing my train chassis to the dyno to find some speed. Great. Well, I will try to make a trip out to the shop. I was just out there today doing some inventory, so I will try to make a trip out there. You'll have to let me know, Shane, when you're going to be out there. And for anybody who's wondering, it is raining now. It's raining. It's just normal raining, but, I live here, so it rains here all the time. Not a big surprise. All right, with that, let's go ahead and check out our top product of the week. And that is from our friends at LSM Racing Products. And I always do this because I just love to show how these come. And this is still one of our most popular products ever. And it's our valve spring changer from LSM. Really excited. Just got a shipment of these in. And, if you really want to be the most efficient, yes, you could use just regular box wrench at the top here. But a far more efficient way of using this is we also sell LSM's speed handle, and you can actually get these as a kit. So we've got the valve spring changer, we've got the speed handle, and we just pop that on, and then just and just roll on through. So it's really, really fast to use it with the speed handle. And then you can even use the other hole here if you need extra torque and you really need to torque it down, then you could do that. So valve spring changer, speed handle, and this combo runs $268.97, and just like everything else on the list today, I have them in stock. So we can ship these right out. Of course, we're in North Carolina, and if you ever have any questions about how long something is going to take, then we ship UPS. So, East Coast, we're usually 1 to 2 days away, and we get out to our friends in California. Unfortunately, we're like a whole week away, 5 days of shipping, and it's about a week away. So I get that question a lot, so I figured I'd answer it on the show. So with that, I'm going to check who our winners are. I've got a note here. So our Our first winner here is of the hat, I believe, we've got the shirt here. I actually don't know which one's which, but you probably know who you are. And one of our winners wins the Pro Shocks hat. The other winner is our Crate Insider 4X t-shirt. And our winners are David Fountain Motorsports and Brandon Hine. So, hey, if you guys, all you have to do is just go ahead and send Crate Insider a private message with your address, and we will get these sent out to you. So I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for being part of the show. And I do plan on being back next Tuesday, of course, and I'll be back on Sunday with Steve from Hendren Racing Engines for our Unsealed show, part of the Racing Insiders podcast. Thank you all for watching and have a great week.